Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I will be having a 1,500-point battle between my Deathwatch. That's right, the Glacial Geek is running an army that isn't Dark Angels, but they're going to be allied in with the Deathwing, so I got to throw in some Dark Angels there, against Jacob's Necrons. So the story that we have going on here is that the Deathwatch were dispatched to a planet where a tomb world was discovered underneath. Hoping to try to stop it from awakening, they wanted to get in there and take out the power sources to keep the living metal from living again. But as they landed on the planet, they realized that the tomb world had started to awaken, and realized quickly that they were going to be outgunned and outmanned as the living metal creatures started to arise from underneath. So they called for help, and the Dark Angels happened to be in the system and sent forth their elite, the Deathwing, to come and assist them in trying to take out the forces that had awakened and to try to keep any more from awakening. So that is the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that we'll be facing off today. So for the Deathwatch and Dark Angels, we'll be running a Deathwing Redemption Force and a Black Spear Strike Force. Leading off the Deathwing Redemption Force, we have an Interrogator Chaplain in Terminator armor with the Foe Smiter. We have a 5-man Deathwing Terminator squad with a Cyclone Missile Launcher. And we have a second Deathwing Terminator squad with a Cyclone Missile Launcher. Then for the Deathwatch Black Spear Strike Force, we have a Watch Captain with Artificer armor, a Xeno Phase Sword, Deathwatch Teleport Homer, and the Bane Bolts of Erixia. We have a 10-man Veteran squad with 2 Infernus Heavy Bolters, 2 Deathwatch Frag Cannons, 2 Heavy Thunderhammers, 2 Thunderhammer Storm Shields, and the Sergeant has a Xeno Phase Sword. And last but not least, we have a Land Raider Crusader with a Multi-Melta upgrade. And for the Necrons, they'll be running a Combined Arms Detachment and a Conclave of the Burning One. Leading off the Combined Arms Detachment, we have Oracan the Diviner. For troop choices, we have a 10-man Warrior Squad. We have another 10-man Warrior Squad. We have a 10-man Immortal Squad. We have a 5-man Lich Guard Squad. We have a 4-man Wraith Squad. We have a Catan Shard of the Deceiver. And last but not least, we have a Conclave of the Burning One with 2 Cryptex, one with the God Shackle and one with the Veil of Darkness. And we have a Catan Shard of the Nightbringer. Alright, so those are the two armies that are going to be facing off today. Before we go any further, just want to let you know that this is actually going to be the first of a change in my programming. On Mondays from now on will be full-length battle reports, so full-sized armies of Warhammer 40K. And Fridays will be kill teams, so you'll get twice the geek in 1 week. We'll see how that goes. Hope you guys all enjoy that. So, going over deployment now, after seeing those two armies, this is the Deathwing and Deathwatch deployment here. That's it, just the Land Raider. Inside are all of the Deathwatch guys, and the Deathwing are all in reserves. Going over Necron deployment, we have a 10-man Warrior Squad. We've got the Conclave of the Burning One, and we have the other Catan Shard of the Deceiver. We've got the 4-man Wraith Squad. We've got the Diviner there with the 10-man Immortal Squad. We've got the 5 Lich Guard over here, and we've got the other 10-man Warrior Squad there. So, the objectives that we're going to be going for are all along the middle, and these are going to represent power generators that are awakening the tomb world. So, the Deathwing and the Deathwatch want to move in and try to take them out and destroy them before any more can awaken, and the Necrons are trying to hold them to keep them and protect them as their fellow brethren awaken from their tombs. So, as of right now, the Deathwatch are going to be going first, unless the Necrons can seize the initiative on a 6+. No, they will not. That is a 1. That is the opposite of a needed. So, we will come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwatch here on turn 1. Alright, so that is it for movement phase here. That's it. He just moved up there 12 inches, getting within range of some of the enemy, and we'll see what happens here in the shooting phase. Alright, so shooting phase. Land Raider is going to fire into his Lich Guard over there. So we've got, he moved 12 inches, so the greens are going to be the hurricane bolters that are going to be snap firing, red is going to be the multi-melter that's going to be snap firing, and black are going to be the assault cannon that I'm going to use Power of the Machine Spirit to fire at full ballistic skill. So, hitting on 3s and 6s, everything's twin linked except for the multi-melter. Alrighty, got a couple of these. Alright, so looking for 3 and 6s. Alright. Got a couple more hits, so I'll take that. Alright, so they are toughness 5. So, blacks are going to be wounding on 3s. Greens are going to be wounding on 5s. 6s are rending. Well, he's got 3 up invul saves anyway, so that's not going to make a difference. So, here we go. Needing 3s and 5s. Alright, so we've got 2, 3. So we got 5 wounds here. Alright. 5 3-up invul saves. He loses 3, but they've got reanimation, so on a 5+. No, 1 makes it, so 2 are dead. Alright, so that is it for the shooting phase, and that's it for the Deathwatch turn. So that is going to be it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 1. Alright, movement for the Necrons. These guys shuffled up. He's shuffling up. These guys use the Veil of Night, Veil of Darkness, sorry, to basically it's just they lift up and then they can deep strike once per game, and they did it right over here. They were actually trying to get closer over here, but scattered over that way. Still not a bad placement. These guys all moved up, these guys all moved up, and these guys all moved up. So that is it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase, or no. First, we're going to come back to you with the with the shooting phase, sorry. Alright, so we're going to start off the shooting phase with his shots. He rolled and got a 6 on his table, which is Transdimensional Thunderbolt, which is a Strength 9, Assault 1, AP 1, Tesla shot. So, hitting on a 3, that is a 6, so that means it's 2 additional hits. Strength 9, glancing on 5s. We got 1 pen. So we got 1 pen. AP 1, so +2 to the result. Don't blow it up, don't blow it up. Oh, it's just immobilized. Oh, I've never been so happy for immobilized. Alright, so he's now immobilized and down a whole point. Great. Sorry, he gets a cover save on that. Let's see what happens. So it's a 4-up because it's night fighting, so because it's going through the trees there. So 5-up becomes a 4-up. Come on, baby. Save me here. I don't want to be immobilized. Oh, I guess it was meant to be. I was meant to be immobilized. All right, now the warriors are going to fire into my Land Raider here. So we've got 10 shots here, hitting on 3s. All right, couple misses there. Now glancing on 6s. Nothing. All right. All right, now the Immortals are going to be doing the same thing, shooting into him. One guy is in rapid fire range, so these are 11 hits, or 11 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s. All right, got a couple misses there. All right, looking again for 6s to glance. Nothing. All right. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. So moving on to the assault phase. These guys here are going to try to assault into my Land Raider. They need a 7-inch charge, it looks like, or a 6-inch charge. 7-inch charge coming in here. So, they have fleet, so let's see what happens. 7 inches. Oh, and they are in. All right. So we'll come back to you, move them in, and come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so they are in. He's immobilized, so these are going to be auto hits. So we've got 16 attacks that are coming in here, auto hits. Looking for 6s to possibly glance. Oh, we got a couple. We got 3. So now they've got rending, so an additional D3 strength to that. So far it's 12. Looking for 3+ to glance. Oh, that's a pen. That's nothing. And that's a glance. So, see what the pen result is? A 1. So it's shaken. So he's going to be snap firing next turn. So, yeah. So down an additional 2 hull points, and he's going to be snap firing. All right. All right. That is it for the Necrons. So we'll come back to you with the after movement phase for Deathwatch and Deathwing. So anyway, this is Tier 1 cards and games. Just wanted to show you guys what where I play all my games. We got some role playing going on. We got some card games going on back there. We've got all sorts of different gaming that goes on around. So We've got different cars going on. We've got this is back there is the Warhammer section, another table there for where they're playing some Warhammer as well. So it's a fun store. So if you guys are ever in Anchorage, Alaska, come by and check it out. All right, my warlord trait is the hunter of the void, or the veteran of void hunt. So I get to choose a unit within 12 inches and roll on a dice and see what happens. On a 3+, that unit takes strength, takes D3, strength 6, AP 4 shots, and on a 6, it takes D3, strength 10, AP 2 shots. So I'm going to go into the race right there. So looking for a 3+, but really looking for a 6. Phil, face it! No, a 2, so that is not going to happen this turn. We'll come back to you with the movement. All right, movement phase. Here comes the Deathwing. So these guys dropped in there. A couple of them failed their dangerous terrain test, but they passed their armor checks there. So because I had the Deathwatch homing beacon, teleport homer, which says that all friendly units comprised entirely of Terminator armor don't scatter when they drop within 6 inches. So it doesn't say anything about having to be Deathwatch, it just says friendly units. So that includes these guys. So they came in there and these guys came in here. Then they also ran over this way because they're going to get to run and shoot. These guys are all over here, the Deathwatch all disembarked over here looking onto these dude bros, and that's it for movement phase because he can't move. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 2. All right, starting out the shooting phase, these guys are going to fire into his Catan Shard there. So they're going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Vengeful Strike. Blacks are the crack missiles, greens are the storm bolters. So hitting on 3s. Wow, fair number of misses there. So those are the hits. Re-rolling because of Vengeful Strike. Alrighty. So he's toughness 7, so the greens are going to be wounding on 6s. The blacks are going to be wounding on 3s. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. What's his 4-up invulns? Ooh, takes 3 wounds. Down to 1 wound. Woo! Alright, the squad over here is going to fire into the warriors there. So the blacks are going to be the foe smiter from the interrogator chaplain. Greens are going to be the storm bolters, and then the yellows are going to be the cyclone missile launcher crack shots going in. So hitting on 3s and 2s. Re-rolling because of Vengeful Strike. Alright. Oh no, that 2 is good because that was that one. Alright, so those are all hits. Looking for 3s and 2. Alright, that's a miss. That's a miss. That is a hit, and those are all hits. Alright, so what's their toughness? Toughness 4. So greens and blacks are going to be wounding on 4s. Blacks are actually going to be shredding. And then the yellows are going to be wounding on 2s and doubling them out so that their reanimation is going to be less. So here we go. Wounding, looking for 4s and 2s. So 2s. All right, looking for 4s. These 2 can re-roll because of shred. Nothing more there. All right, so we've got 2 that are going to double them out, so it's going to lower down their AP 3. So 5 up cover saves. Nope, reanimation 6 up because of being doubled out. And it's cocked. Oh, 1 makes it the reanimation. So 1 is dead from that. And then we've got 5 regular saves there, but it's AP 4, so still 5 ups. 5 ups and then 5 ups. Okay, and then 5 ups. So 1 save, so 4 more are dead. All right, so now the Deathwatch are going to fire into him. We're going to start off with the Infernus Heavy Bolters. So they're going to use the Heavy Flamer portion of it first. So we've got, one of them can get all 4, the other one can only get 3 of them. So we got 7 hits going in there. Strength 5, Toughness 5, looking for 4s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds there. So 3 3-up invul saves. All makes them. All right. So the frag cannons are now going to fire in. They're Assault 2 template. I'm going to use the template one. So those are Strength 6 AP dash with rending, but he's got a 3-up invul save anyway. So I use the templates and I can hit between the two of them 7. And because it's Assault 2, that means there's twice as many. So I've got 14 shots here. These are going to be wounding on Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. Alrighty. Alright, that's a fair number there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wounds, 3 plus invul saves. 3-up invul saves. Alright, really good. You just failed 2. Womp womp. Alright, and now the watch captain here is going to fire into them with his bolt pistol. He's got the Bane bolts of Erixia. So it's Strength 5 AP 4 with kill shot. So on a wound of a 6, that becomes instant death. So here we go. He's going to be hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Strength 5, wounding on a 4, but looking for a 6. Come on, baby. Show me the 6. Really want to see a fill face. Show me a fill face. No, a 5. That's still a wound. So, 3-up invul save. Yeah, he's good anyway. He would have been fine. Alrighty. So, that's... Oh, now we're going to move on to the Land Raider. Alright, so now I'm going to fire with him into the Immortal squad over there. So I've got the Assault Cannon is going to be firing with full ballistic skill because I'm going to use Power of the Machine Spirit there. So we're not sure which takes precedence, the Snap Fires or the Power of the Machine Spirit. So talking it over, he said that he thinks it should be the Power of the Machine Spirit. So we're going to go with that one. Then I'm going to have the Multi-Melt is going to be Snap Firing, and so is the Hurricane Bolter. So they're going to be firing into there. So, greens are Assault Cannon, blacks are Storm Bolter, or Hurricane Bolter, red is Multi-Melta. So, hitting on 3s and 6s. Alright, so these are hitting on 3s. That's a shot there. So this is not twin linked. Looking for 6s and a 3. Woohoo! Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, so we got 4 hits. Toughness 5, right? Oh, toughness 4, sorry. So greens are going to be wounding on 2s. Black is going to be wounding on a 4. Okay, so we've got 2 wounds. AP 4. So 3-up armor save. And they're both good. Alright, so that is it for shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the assault phase. Alright, assault phase. My Deathwatch are going to charge into the Wraiths there. So, needing anything but 10 inches. They are in. Alright. So that's not enough. Yeah, they're not close enough for 10 inches. Alright, so we'll move them in and we'll measure that and make sure that they can get in. And then we'll, once I show that it's good enough, we will then move them in and we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. Alright, so starting off the assault phase, fight sub phase here, we're going to go with my watch captain first. So he's got weapon skill 6, 3 base attacks, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, plus 1 for the charge. They've got the Venator mission tactics. I meant to tell everybody, it didn't come up, so which means that they reroll 1s against fast attack options, which is these guys. So he's going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. 3s. All right, 2 1s there. Get to reroll them. 3s. Okay, not meant to be. So I got 3 hits here. He's got a Xenophase sword. So he's got a with the Xenophase sword, he's got Strength User, which is Strength 4, AP 3, and he's got the molecular thingamajob, which makes him reroll his invul save. So, 3 hits, wounding on 5s. Nothing. Okay. We'll come back to you with the next round. Now my sergeant with the phase sword is going to attack. So he's got 2 base plus 1 for the charge. He's going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s, no need. Wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. 3-up invul save. Reroll that because it's a success. Yeah! Totally worth the points. Takes a wound. All right, now the rest of the guys who don't have Thunderhammers are going to attack. They've got 2 base plus 1 for the charge each. So these are all going to be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s because of the mission tactics. All right, rerolling 1s. That one's cocked. All right, re-rolling ones, that 2 is a miss. Reroll ones, 2 is a miss, 2 is a miss. All right, looking for 4s again. All right, both of them get it. All right, pretty good, pretty brutal. All right, these are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, so we got 2, 4, 5, 6. So 6 wounds. All right, 3 up invul saves. 1 failed. All right, not bad. All right, but that still means one of your guys is dead. So I will take that. All right, so then we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, so here come his attacks. Even though you could technically put him in here since this didn't move and they were still in base to base, he's actually going to attack into the other ones because he has a better chance. So 3 attacks each on these guys, 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, wow, okay.
Again.
1 here. Not again, there's not a lost world, so that does wound. There's no loss there, so looking for a 3-up armor save here. Yeah, there's no lost footage that we had to restart this game because I lost audio on a bunch of it. That never happened. Never. Why would I ever lose audio? Hell no. All right, so here we go on this 3+ armor save. Oh no, 1 guy did. All right. So he actually lost combat by 2. Oh no, by 1 because I lost 1. But they're fearless. He's told me this before in the alternate universe where this already happened. So I actually lost. We're going to be locked in combat there. So that's it for the fight sub phase, and that's it for the Deathwatch turn here on turn 2. We'll come back to you after Necron movement on turn 2. All right, Necron movement here on turn 2. These guys moved up. He's moving over this way. These guys moved up. These guys are moving around. These guys moved up, and these guys moved over this way, and they're locked in combat. So that is it for movement phase here for the Necron on turn 2. So we'll come back to you with the powers of the Satan first. All right, so starting off here, he is going to shoot into them. He rolled a 3 on his powers. So it's Seismic Assault, which is Assault 10, Strength 6, AP 4, Strike Down onto these guys. So their Toughness 4. So he's going to be hitting on 3s, right?
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. Oh, there's a couple misses there. There's another 2 right over there. And then that's actually a fair number. All right, and then these are Strength 6, so wounding on 2s. So we got 4 wounds there. 4 2-ups. And they are good! Surprisingly, I can roll a Terminator save. That is very unlike Phil. Alright, so this Satan is going to use his Gaze of Death upon these guys. So they're within 12 inches of him, which lowers their leadership by 2. So their leadership is 7. So now it becomes leadership, or basically Psychic Shriek here. So, looking for, okay, 9, 10, 11. So 4 at AP2, but it's they've got invul saves there. So there's 4 wounds, 4 5-ups. Oop, 1 drop there. So far, so not great. No, so 4 dead. That was, I think, officially brutal. So, all right, we'll keep moving on. All right, so he is going to use his Satan powers onto these guys. He actually, because that other power that he had is actually just a special rule that he gets. It's not actually a shooting attack, so he's going to be shooting now against these guys. He rolled a 4, which is Falling Stars, which is Assault 3, Strength 7, AP 4, Large Blast Barrage. So, he's going to be dropping it right on there. Direct hit will hit all 6 of them. So, what are we going to get? That's actually going to fall off a bit. We'll figure this one out and come back to you. Alright, so the first shot is going to hit 2 guys. So now the barrage shots. This way, so that's going to hit anyone. And then the next one is direct hit. So that can actually going to hit all 6. So we're going to have a total of 8 shots here. And we'll come back to you with that. Alright, so here come the 8 Strength 7 AP 4 shots. So, looking for 2s to wound. Alright, so that's going to be 6 wounds. 7 wounds, sorry, because there was 8 shots. 8 shots, so 7 wounds are coming in here. So, 7 2+ armor saves. Lost 3 of them. Who does that? Oh, I do, because it's a Terminator save. Bwah, bwah. And now the Cryptex are going to fire into here. So we've got 2 Strength 5, AP 3, Assault 3 shots going in here. So 6 shots coming in from them. Hitting on 3s. Okay, wow. All right, Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. We got 1 wound. 1 lookout, sir. That's looked out, sir. 2 up armor save. He's good with a filth phase. Woo! All right, these warriors here are going to fire into my lone Terminator up in here. So hitting on 3s. All right, there's a couple misses there. All right, wounding on strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Okay, there we go. That's maybe getting me back for all those ones I rolled. All right, these guys here are going to fire into my Land Raider. So they're all in rapid fire range, so we've got 20 shots coming in here, hitting on 3s. All right, we'll figure this one out and come back to you. All right, and here come the 6s. Or I mean, I hope not. Oh no, definitely here come the 6s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 6s there. Oh boy, I need to make 4 5-up cover saves because it's going right through everybody over there. 4 5-up cover saves, or he's dead. Because I've only got 1 whole point left, and that would be first blood. Can I make 4 5-ups? If I can see 4 fill faces, that would be glorious. Here we go. 5-ups. Oh no, he's dead. I only got 1. So that is first blood, and he is glanced to death. Bah, bah. All right, these guys now are going to fire into my Terminators over here. So they're all in rapid fire range. So here you go, hitting on 3s. All right, got a couple misses there. There's another 2 in there. And that one, no, actually fair number of misses. All right, so now strength 4, looking for 4s to wound. All right, 1, okay, we got 5 wounds there. So 5 2-up armor saves. Yeah, I'm gonna look out sir those first. So 5 lookout sirs. All looked out, should have just taken the armor save. And now 5 2+ armor saves. Oh, yeah, failed 1. Should have taken it the first time. Alrighty, so yeah, 1 guy dead. Wah, wah. Alright, that's it for the shooting phase, and now we're going into the assault phase. He's not actually going to charge anyone into combat, so we're just going to move on to the fight sub phase over here. Alright, first person first is my watch captain. He's got 3 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon. Hitting on a 3, re-rolling 1s for mission tactics. Alright. So, of course, missed on a 2. So, 3 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-up invul saves. Makes them both, but have to re-roll because of Xeno Phase Sword. I can't see the other one. He makes them both. All right, so that is good. Moving on. Now we're going to move on to my sergeant who has the Xeno Phase Sword. 2 base attacks, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s, that's a 3. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. All right. Now moving on to the rest of the guys who don't have Thunderhammers. So there's 4 of them, 2 base attacks each. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s because of mission tactics. So a bunch of 2s and a 3. 4s, looking for 4. That's a hit. So 4 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. 1 3-up. He's good. All right, we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, now here come his 6 attacks back. 6 hitting on 4s. All right, 2 hits. It's 1 better than last time. Wounding on 2s. 6 is rend, so that's 2 regular wounds. 2 3-up armor saves. 1 guy dead. All right. All right, so moving in here, we've got the Thunderhammers. I may have forgotten them last turn. If I did, that's all on me for my bad. So he wasn't sure, and neither was I. We're not going to look back because looking back just makes us sad. So we're just only going to look forward. So I'm going to do the regular Thunderhammer attacks in here. So I've got 2 guys in there with regular Thunderhammers, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of mission tactics. All right, okay, 4 hits. Wounding on 2s. Whoop, 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 get back here. Wounding on 2s. All right, so we got 4 wounds, 3+ invul save. Oh, 3. That's all of them, right? Wasn't there? Oh no, 1 guy's got 1 wound left, I believe. All right, and then we'll come back to you with the heavy Thunderhammer shots. All right, so now the heavy Thunderhammer shots come in. We've got 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of mission tactics. All right, 1 miss and 1 re-roll. That's a hit. Strength 10. So wounding on 2s, and 6s are instant death, but it doesn't make a difference because he's just got invul saves. So, and he's only got 1 wound left now. So, looking for 2s. We got 2 wounds, because I rolled a 1. 2 3-ups or he's dead. Oh, and he makes them both. All right. So, I've lost 1, you've lost 3 wounds, but they're fearless, so they are still locked in combat. Ha! Okay, so we will come back to you after a movement phase, because that's the end of the fight sub phase. We'll come back to you with after a movement phase for Dark Angels and Deathwatch here on turn 3. All right, so actually, beginning of the turn, I'm going to use my Warlord trait, the Void Hunter here, and I'm going to attack this unit here. So, on a 3+, it's strength D3, strength 6, AP 4 hits. On a 6, it's strength 10, AP 2 hits. So, looking for a fill face? No, a 1. Alright, we'll come back to you after movement phase. Alright, movement phase here. These guys moved over here. These guys are still locked in combat. And this guy is just going to stay where he is. That's it for movement phase here. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Alright, he is going to fire into him. Blacks are going to be the Storm Bolter. Greens are going to be the Cyclone Missile Launcher, crack shots. So, hitting on 3s. Okay. The exact same roll on both sets, okay. So, he's toughness 6, so blacks are going to be wounding on 6. Green is going to be wounding on a 2. All right, so we got 1 AP 3 shot that wounds. 4-up invul save. I can't see it. No, he did. Yeah. Woo! Bye-bye, Catan. All right, these guys are going to fire into the warriors over here. So the blacks are going to be the Foe Smiter from the Interrogator Chaplain. Greens are going to be the Cyclone Missile Launcher crack missiles, and the yellows are going to be the Storm Bolter from the Terminator there. So hitting on 2s and 3s. Okay. All right. Master Crafted. Sorry on this. Nope, it wasn't meant to be. All right, so these are going to be, the greens are going to be wounding on 2s. The blacks are going to be wounding on 4s with Shred. All right, with Shred. All right, so we've got 2 AP 4 shots wounds and 2 AP 3 wounds into the warriors. So, 2 of them are instant death. So, yeah, 2 are going to be doubling them out because those are the crack missiles. So we'll do those ones first. 2 6-ups. Nope. And then 2 5-ups. Got 1. So 3 dead. Okay. All right. They failed their leadership test and fell back. Right out of charge range. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. We will come back to you with this one fight sub phase. All right, so starting over here, we're going to start with my Watch Captain. He's got the 3 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of our mission tactics. All right. So I got 3 hits, wounding on 5s. I got 1 wound, 3-up invul save. No, and he's dead, and that is it. So we will take him out, and then we will consolidate, and that will be the end of the Deathwatch Dark Angels turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 3. All right, movement for Necrons. These guys shuffled around over here. These guys kind of stood where they were. These guys are coming up. These guys regrouped and moved their 3 inches, and these guys kind of shuffled around over here. So that is it for movement phase here for the Necrons. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, they're going to fire into the Deathwatch. He rolled and got a 5 on his chart, which gives him Time's Arrow, which is Assault 1, Strength D, AP 1 shot into these guys, precision shot. So I imagine you are probably going to put it onto my my warlord there, probably. Yeah, putting it onto my warlord, onto my watch captain there. So hitting on a 3, that's a hit. D strength 2, so D3 wounds, AP 1, so 2 wounds, 2 AP 1 shots. So he's got Iron Halo. So 2 4+ invul saves. Okay, roll 2 3s as if to rub it in. All right, so he is down to 1 wound. Okay, and now he's going to use his gaze upon them. So it's basically Psychic Shriek here. So, oh man.
Wow.
Their leadership is a 10, but that's still 14. So 4 AP2 shots there. So I'm going to take them on the 2 guys closest are going to have the storm shield. So we'll do 2 at a time there. So 2, 3 plus invul saves there. Okay.
Oh my God.
Double 1. All right. So they're dead. And then the next 2 guys are going to be dead. So yeah, that was brutal. Okay. All right. So here come the immortals. Are going to fire into the Deathwatch over here. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. They're all in rapid fire range there. So we got a couple 1s and 2s there. All right. Excellent. All right. Strength 4. So wounding on 4s. Alrighty. So how many is that? That is 4 wounds. So we're going to do 4 3-up armor saves. Failed 2. Okay. Womp womp. There go my hammers. Okay. Keeping moving on. Alright, these guys are going to fire into my lone Terminator up on the top of the mountain there. So hitting on 3s. Alright, pretty good. There's a 1 over there. Excellent. And wounding on 4s. Alright, so we've got 4 wounds. How many 2-up saves can I make? History suggests none, but let's see. 2-up saves. Oh, he did. Man, my saves are pretty atrocious. So he did. All right. All right, these guys are going to snap fire into these guys. Probably going to hit all of them. 6s. No,
Whatever.
I'm just saying with my luck. No, they're good. He got all his 1s out of the way, so that's good for him. All right, so keep moving on. All right, so we forgot to shoot his staff of lights into these guys. So, but it's a friendly game, so I'm going to let him do it. So we've got 6 shots here, hitting on 3s. Okay. What is this again? Strength
5. Yeah, AP3.
Strength 5, AP3. So looking for strength 5. So looking for 3s. Okay, so we got 4 wounds there. Oh man, I gotta try to protect my warlord. So I'm gonna look out, sir. I guess only 2 of those since I can only do that. So looking out, sir. 2+. That one's cocked. All right, so those 2 guys are dead. AP3. Oh no, they got it. Nope, no cover save from where they are. And then the last 2 are gonna be a 4-up invul save. He makes both of them. All right, so I managed to save him. Okay, so we will keep moving. Oh, that might be it for the shooting phase, I believe. So we'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, assault phase. These guys are going to assault into these guys. So I'm going to fire Overwatch. Blacks are going to be the foe smiter. Greens are going to be the crack missiles, and the yellows are going to be the storm bolter. So all of them are going to be hitting on 5s and 6s for Grim Resolve. Alrighty. So, Master Crafted. Hey, there we go. So, these 2 are going to be wounding on toughness 5. 5s, this is going to be wounding on a 2. Okay, could have been the other way around, but that's fine. So 1 AP3 shot, 3+ invul save. Ah, they're good. All right, and then do you want to do your 5-inch charge here? And they are in. So we'll move them in and keep moving on. All right, so moving on over to here, because that's all the charges that we're going to have. My Interrogator Chaplain is going to go first. He's got 3 base. So he's got 3 base attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of Zealot. Okay, re-rolling because of Zealot. All right, so we got 3 hits, strength 6, toughness 5, wounding on 3s. And we've got 1, 2, 3 wounds. So 3 3-up invuls. 1 is wounded, 5-up reanimation. Oh. He's good. Well played, sir. All right, we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, so he's got 9 attacks coming in here. Strength 5, AP 3. So weapon skill 4, so hitting on, actually, yes, on 4s. All right. Not bad. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Alrighty, so we got 2 wounds. 2 AP3, so I'm going to do 2 2+. I'm going to take it on my Interrogator Chaplain there. So 2 2+. Takes a wound. All right, so we'll come back to you with my other Terminator. All right, so now we're moving on to my Terminator there. He's got 2 base attacks, hitting on 4s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 2s. 2 wounds, AP 2, so through 3 up invul saves. Makes them both. All right, they are fearless, so we will just be locked in combat. My guys are. Yeah, my guys are. Yeah, I'm fearless. So that is it for Necron's turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you with the movement phase movement phase here on turn 4 for the Deathwatch. All right, movement phase for the Deathwatch. That's it. He just ran up this way, and they're locked in combat. So that's it for movement phase. Moving on to the shooting phase, he is going to fire into them with his Bane Bolts of Erixia. So he's going to be hitting on a 2, and they changed his. He changed his whatchamacallit, his blah blah blah, his things, his tactics, mission tactics to HQ. So wounding. So he's going to be shooting into there, even though they're troop choices. So he's going to be shooting, hitting on a 2. Ha, of course, that's what happens. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. We'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, assault phase, he is going to charge into these guys. So, Overwatch coming in here, hitting on 6s. Oh boy, there's actually a fair number of 6s there. Goo, all right. Alrighty, so these are strength 4, right? Yep, strength 4, AP 5. So we've got strength 5, AP 5, because of the Gauss blasters. So all of those shots will be wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. 5 3-ups, or he is dead. You can do it. Come on, 5 3-ups. And he did. All right, that is Slay the Warlord, and yeah, it's not looking great. All right, so moving on to the other combat that we've got going on here. My Chaplain is going to go first, so he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, 2 2s and a 5. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. 3-up invul save. Hey, one of them is almost dead. No, and he makes it. Of course he makes it. Of course he makes it. All right, moving on. All right, now his dude bros are going to attack here. So we got 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. All right, wow, pretty good. Strength, what is it again? Strength 4. Strength 5, AP 3. So wounding on 3s. We've got 3 wounds. I'm going to take 1 at a time on my Chaplain there. 2 up. He's good. 2 up. He's good. 2 up. And he's good. All right. So now we're going to move on to my Terminator guy. All right. My Terminator is going to be striking back in. He's got 2 attacks, hitting on 4. 2 hits, wounding on 2s. 1, 2 wounds. 2 3-ups. Oh, 5 up. Yay! One of them died. All right. So he lost by 1. So your leadership is down to a 9, and he makes it. So they will be locked in combat. All right, so we'll come back to you with the after movement phase for Necrons here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for Necrons here on turn 4. These guys ran over here, jumped on the objective. These guys moved up. Those guys moved up. These guys shuffled over this way, and they're locked in combat. So that's it for movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so he's going to be using his Gaze of Death, or Gaze of Darkness? Gaze of Death. I was right the first time. So Gaze of Death onto these guys, because it's not a shooting attack, it's just can you use it. So leadership there is 10. Oh, my God. Good gracious. All right, so we've got 3 that's going to be coming in here. So 3 AP2 shots. So I'm going to do it 1 at a time there. I'm going to do it on my Terminator there because he's the closest. So 5 up. Nope, he did. And then I've got 2 4-ups because of the Rosarius. He makes them both. All right, so he's still alive. So you're saying there's a chance? No, that's not what I'm saying. All right, and it's Catan and them are going to assault into my guy over here. So let's see the distance. 10 will get them in. All right, so we'll move them in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so they are in combat there. So he challenged, his Catan actually challenged my Interrogative Chaplain. I accepted because I'm the only one there and have to. So I actually go first with initiative step 5. So I've got 3 attacks. He's got weapon skill, weapon skill 6, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s. All right, 2 hits. Strength 6, he's toughness 8, so looking for 6s. Nothing over there. All right, so we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, now his Catan's going to attack. He's got 5 attacks here on the charge, hitting on 3s. All right. Strength, what is it? Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds at AP 2, so 3 4-ups, or he is dead because that will double him out. Oh yeah, he did. He would have been dead even if he didn't double him out. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how this ends, with a Tomb World coming to fruition. So yeah, that was brutal. I think that ended up being way more brutal than either of us expected for that to happen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I still had fun. It was fun to get to play my new bros, my new Deathwatch bros over here. They're still super cool, and their guns are super fun. And yeah, they're just really coming along really well. So that was a lot of fun. And his army is beautiful as always. We kind of knew what was going into this. We knew it was going to be pretty, I knew it was going to be a tough battle, but I think it was a lot of fun. And I wanted to just try out some of my new stuff, and I haven't run these guys in a while, so I thought I'd give them a shot. And yeah, that one shooting phase really ended up like destroying me really bad that one time. So, but it was still a lot of fun. I really like this, and I think I'm going to keep trying with these Deathwatch guys, and we'll see what happens. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I did as well. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent is, oh my god, what the hell? Why am I completely... Jacob, jeez. I wanted to say Jason. It's not Jason, it's Jacob. I have no idea. My brain right now is approximately 50% porridge, I believe. So, I apologize, and so I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and until next time, have fun. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I will be playing a 200-point kill team game between my Dark Angels and Sterling's Chaos Space Marines. So the story that we've got going on here is that the Dark Angels were establishing a forward operating base in this ruined city in the battle against the Archenemy, and Sterling's squad was trying to sneak through and break the lines so they could get into the camp, infiltrate it, and take it out from the inside, because we are going to be playing Infiltrate the Camp Kill Team Mission 4. So that's the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, let's show you the 2 armies that will be playing here today.